So today we are aboard Whiskey Business with the crew who are also the owners of this vessel, and we're going to learn about what makes them unique in these questions in this interview. So you guys can introduce yourselves.
My name is Wade. I'm the captain of Whiskey Business.
I'm Tippy, and I am the chef on Whiskey Business.
Awesome. So how'd you guys end up down here in the Virgin Islands chartering?
So the short story is we got married here on St. John several years back, and during that trip we got on a catamaran, and we looked at each other at some point in the trip and said, you know what, I think we can do this. And a couple years later we're here. We made it.
Yeah, we always loved St. John and knew that we wanted to retire here, but we weren't sure exactly what that would look like. And we had a 5-year plan that actually turned into a 2-year plan right in the middle of COVID. But we just fell in love with the islands and fell in love with just the boats here and catamarans and just this life.
A lot of fun.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about, the past couple seasons now. You got some seasons under your belt. Tell us about how that just basically came to fruition and, more than you guys ever dreamed of.
So we were both in corporate America for many, many years, and we're nearing an early retirement age, and decided, of course, that we wanted to do this. And so when this dream was inspired, we really started to do things to push us towards that. We ended up being able to shorten that 5 years down to 2 years, like I said, and it just happened to fall right in the middle of COVID. And we knew that starting a brand new business, buying a boat, selling all of our property in the States and making a huge lifestyle change was a big risk. But we also knew that we believed in this dream. And so we just continued to do things along until the timing was perfect. We came down here in November of 2020 in the middle of COVID. We had no expectations because of the travel restrictions around the world, but also just being brand new to the yachting business, and with the U.S. Virgin Islands being one of the biggest yachting charter areas in the world, we knew that we would have to build a reputation, make a name for ourselves, and it would take some time to do that. And we've been humbled, to say the least,
Very much so.
by the warm welcome that we've had, by the support that we've had, not only from the boating community, but from just really everybody that we've met here. Paradise Yacht Management has been instrumental in everything that we have done and all of the decisions that we've made, and it's just been a
great ride.
Yeah, an incredible few years. We're just starting into our 3rd season. Our 1st season became busy very quickly, and that really led into a super busy 2nd season last year.
Yeah.
And we just have been, like I said, very humbled by the whole experience. And I don't know if you want to add to any of that about the friends that we've made. And
I was just going to say we've met so many amazing people on our boat, from really all over the States and even some folks outside of the States. And many of the guests that are on our boat, you spend 6, 7, 8 days with somebody, you start to build a bond and a friendship. And so when we go back to the States, oftentimes we've been invited over to spend some time with some of our guests when we go back, and they shared their homes with us, or their beach house or what have you. And we made so many great friends. It's amazing. That was something that we never really
anticipated. Yeah,
it's just been awesome.
It's so cool. Great story, guys. So on charter, what would you say your best memory was with guests, and what made it stand out to you guys?
Gosh, we have so many incredible memories. One of our mottos is little moments, big memories. and you know, it's hard to narrow that down to one, but I would say that for me, it would probably be a wedding that we had on the boat back in February of this year. It was 2/22/22, and it was just absolutely to see this boat transformed into just something almost magical, and to see two people commit themselves, you know, for the rest of their lives on our vessel. It was just very heartwarming.
Yeah.
We also made great friends with that entire charter, and spent part of our off season this year with some folks that were on that charter. But it was just a really incredible experience all the way around, just to watch people, I don't know, have that amazing life experience, but have it on Whiskey Business.
Right.
I heard there was also some engagements on board that happened last season. That's special as well.
Several engagements took place, and you know, it's a lifelong commitment when you get married, and to have people come on our boat and do that.
Right.
It's just been
Yeah.
we're just very honored to even be part of that, you know, so it's been awesome.
Yeah.
And what a great place to have it in the middle of the Caribbean on a yacht. It's just incredible. Especially yours. It's just
The pictures
The
Yeah.
backdrop,
don't even do it justice.
the backdrop of the photos is amazing.
absolutely can imagine. So cool. So what would be your favorite anchorage in the U.S. Virgin Islands that you like to take guests to?
I would say that, number one, there's a lot of great anchorings here. Our favorite one is the backside of Livongo Key. It's a channel that goes between Livongo Key and Congo Key, and the view there, it's beautiful. There's rock wall ledges. There's lots of palm trees and lush trees on the top. The water in there is anywhere between 8 feet and 20 feet deep, so you got all kinds of blue colors in the water. Just makes a really great anchorage, and the snorkeling there is some of the best on the island. So that's our favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Right on. So cool. So you guys have any special or unique skills that you want to share that you do on charter with guests that make you guys stand out?
I'll say this. So there's people that get on our boat and they'll say, "Oh, I saw the pictures that Tippy's posting of all of her awesome cooking and everything." And so obviously that's one thing. And the other thing is people say, "Oh, you have a dog."
Yeah.
We got on the boat because you got a dog.
Yeah.
But I'll be honest with you, nobody has said, "Oh, we love Captain Wade so much. That's why we're going to get on that boat."
But then they get on the boat and they love Captain Wade.
Yeah.
I think, personally, I think that one of the things that our guests tell us is that it's very apparent that we have a partnership in what we do.
Yeah.
We're obviously married. We obviously, spend every day, day in and day out together. We work together. We own a business together. I think that can be very challenging. And our guests tell us that we make that look seamless. And that, again, the word that comes to my mind is humbling, because it's not something, we obviously put a lot of energy into making sure that our guests feel comfortable and that they have an amazing time while they're on our boat. But I think there is, we feel like, probably something a little magical about our partnership and the way that we kind of divvy up the daily tasks and we take care of people.
Yeah.
Our number one goal when we're on charter is to make sure that our guests are taken care of and that they are making memories of a lifetime. And
so I help them do that because I'm the drink maker.
That's true.
That helps.
Yeah.
Whiskey helps.
But there's no task on the boat that is just for me to do or just for Wade to do.
Totally team effort.
It's a team effort. Mm-hmm. And I think that really comes through in everything that we do.
Yeah. That's one of the reasons for your success, for sure. Great. So your cooking style. So describe some dishes that you like to make, and you know where you thought of them, and how things have changed for you guys with your cooking.
Yeah, so this has been a journey for me. I've always loved to cook my entire life, but I have a very strong Southern flair to what I do because I was raised in the South and had my mom and grandmas and my best friend's grandmother had a huge influence on me. However, in the last 3 years, my horizons have expanded dramatically with the preferences and likes and dislikes of our guests who come on board. And it's been actually so much fun to branch out and to learn just hundreds of new dishes. One of the things that I love about cooking is creating. And this being on Whiskey Business has allowed me to really expand what I love to do and to do it in that creative fashion.
It's benefited me too. Cooking is amazing, I can attest.
I can say that, I mean, there are lots of favorites on the boat, but I would say that 2 favorites stand out to me. One are the ahi nachos. And I have to give my friend Elizabeth credit for sharing that recipe with me. But it has been a huge hit on the boat. Makes it an incredible presentation, very tasty, and I mean, who doesn't love seared tuna, right?
Right, yeah, absolutely.
The other one is a more recent dessert that I've been making. And I've been told now several times that it's the best dessert that they've ever eaten in their life, which again, that word humble comes back again.
Sure.
I would say that would be our rum cake with bananas Foster.
Yeah, wow. Delicious.
So it also makes a really nice presentation.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for watching, and if you want to try some of the rum cake, come on down to the Virgin Islands on Whiskey Business, and can't wait to see you down here on their charter. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we would love to see you guys.
Come and visit.